It's starting to feel like simple synthesized items are not cutting it anymore. Okay, let's try and use item rebuilding to improve some items. I shouldn't do this too often, but still an important part of adventuring. Why shouldn't you do this too often? Does it use a lot of resources? You can use item rebuilding to further improve the items you've created. Item rebuilding can only be done on items that Ryza has synthesized herself. Items that were synthesized will be marked by an icon next to their level. Normally, there's a limit to how many materials that can be used in a synthesis. Item rebuilding allows you to add additional materials. As a result, you can synthesize items of a higher level than possible during original synthesis. Item rebuilding will give an item one additional level with each element value +1. But if you're not careful, you may end up creating an item with a level so high, you won't be able to use it properly. Additionally, the level of rebuild items is limited by the rebuild level that you've unlocked in your skill tree. Be careful of the level of the final item when you are adding materials. Gem reduction. If you want to add materials to an item rebuilding, you'll need gems. These can be obtained by using gem reduction, which turns items into gems. If you have items you don't need, go ahead and break them down to gems. First, I need to get some gems. I should have a few around here somewhere. Now, where did I put them? Create an item of medicine. Aw. Wander's having his... Hello, little guy.
Everything is recording, everything is good.
Look at what's in her shelf. Hey!
Gimme. She's got bottles and books aplenty that she will never ever read. There's nothing in them. You wanna turn off my phone?
Sure.
Or at least the screen?
I was reading about pellets and how not just owls create pellets, but all manners of birds, from songbirds to herons and seagulls.
So, I unlocked a bunch of recipes.
Yep.
Still no closer to getting...
Then you instigated that cutscene, which...
Oh, it needs Arknight. That's whatever the rock is. Alright, whatever. We'll deal with this at a later date. Why is there another quest here? Water, please.
Water?
Well...
Make sure you have water.
We have so much.
Not to mention it's falling from the sky, but...
Also that. Puni. Does that actually... Okay, that doesn't up my tactics level. I really want to get the characters some new weapons so they do a little bit more damage. Or a lot more damage. Just with their regular attacks.
Well, didn't they... They just introduced the new synthesis and gems.
Yeah, so what that does is I make them a smidge stronger. But, like... new recipes are just that much
You need
stronger.
new metals and new
Yeah, but we gotta
tiers
find
of
a rock.
gear.
And I'm pretty sure that rock is just, you know, in the next area or something. Okay, nope. Nope. Oh, hey, we got a couple of things we can get to. And I don't see the side quest. Well, in that case, we'll come back later.
Yeah, it would be nice if we actually finished this dungeon.
Yeah, it's been here.
You've been bopping to and from this for ages.
There's just so much to do. That the game just kind of inundates you in cutscenes, and oh, there's a stack of books here. We need paper. But yeah, the game just likes to inundate us with new features, events, characters to talk to, so on and so forth. And it's fun. I like it. But boy, is it kind of slow.
Yeah, this is where we encountered the creature.
Yeah, what we want to do is go inside the tomb. What else? Need more of this. Oh, I didn't equip the whistle. Whatever.
Wait, did you make the whistle?
I believe, a whistle. Like, they give you a generic one to start.
Oh.
Let's see.
I hope you don't require it.
Nah. Nah, it's just a convenience thing. At least currently. Alright.
Oh, Witch's Testament. Sure you don't want to look at that before... Oop. Forgotten Ruins.
I think we reached the deepest section of the runes.
Fee! Well, wait for us, Fee. Don't go on alone. Miss Ryza, Mr. Tao, look at this.
It's a crystal. Don't get too close, Fee. It could be dangerous. What's happening?
He's absorbing the light. But how's that possible?
Will he evolve? Did you evolve too?
Oh.
Okay. Modify core crystal.
Okay.
Wait, really? There's no outward change?
Fee?
Fee! What's going on? He seems really excited all of a sudden.
Fee! Fee!
Could that light from the crystal be giving him extra energy?
It seems like the only explanation, but what exactly is that crystal?
Hey, Miss Ryza, what exactly is Fee anyway?
Huh?
I can say with certainty that I've never heard of another creature like him.
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering the same thing right now.
There's another mural here.
With a giant murder monster bot. Do you know what that is?
I'm not sure. It looks like humans facing a giant creature.
Fee!
Oh, is Fee the bright light?
The bright spot between the creature and the people. Is that Fee?
No, it can't be. Fee was just born recently.
Fee!
This scene must have some meaning. Maybe it's part of some legend we just don't know about.
Well, whatever it is, I don't feel good about it. It's not exactly giving off positive vibes. It's showing something that has happened in that age, or maybe even much earlier. It could be something like that, right?
I don't know of any moment in history where people fought a monster like that.
But if something like that did happen, this beast could be.
Oh, hey, these look familiar. Huh? Who's there?
Oh, that voice. Well, they haven't changed it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Empel? Lila, what are you two doing here?
I could ask the same thing. I certainly never expected us to have our reunion in such a place.
Well, yeah. Who would have guessed that we'd meet so far from Kurken Island? And in some ruins to boot. Although, if you think about it, encountering each other while we're out on adventure sounds pretty appropriate.
Forgot how goofy Lila's outfit was.
Her outfit or just...
The ribbon thong?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Also the chest. Also, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it does. Anyway, I'm glad... Nope.
Anyway, I'm glad to see you're both doing well. I'm glad to see you too, Ryza. And this is your new adventuring team?
Lila, did you already forget about me?
Oh, Tao, is that you?
What? That's Tao?
See?
Or did I give him more of like a, I gave him more of a husky voice, didn't I?
Yeah.
I
You don't
forget.
want him to sound too much like Boss.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and rewatch to remember what the voices sounded like.
All I know is that I made Lila as monotone as possible because she was just stern-faced the entire time.
See? I told you changed too much in the last 3 years.
I'm kind of nervous about ever going back to the village.
I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. You really have grown up.
But surely this is a new acquaintance.
Yes, I am Patricia Abelheim. It's very nice to meet you.
My name is Empel Volmer.
Empel Volmer.
Empel taught me everything I know about alchemy.
I merely sparked her interest. In fact, I taught her very little myself.
I am Lila Desirus. Nice to meet you, Patricia.
So what are you all doing in the royal capital?
Where to begin?
Actually, let's save that for later. This isn't exactly the ideal spot for a casual conversation. We had our own reasons for coming here, but sadly we didn't find what we were looking for.
Wow, really? These ruins are pretty big, so I figured it'd be full of treasure.
I have no interest in that. If that's what you're here for, we'll leave you to it. So you two be staying in the capital for a while?
They haven't noticed Fee yet.
Nope. That's the current plan, yes. Feel free to come see us if you need anything. It'll be just like old times, even if only for a little while.
What? Wait, what? Huh?
Mural? Mural?
Mural? Fee?
Nope.
No. Huh?
Alright.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there. She notices Fee.
What is it, Lila?
Nothing. Just my imagination, most likely. Okay, so, now what?
To be honest, I don't think there's much left to find here.
And I'm feeling rather exhausted. Okay, then let's head back for now.
Maybe there's actually nothing here? There might be something behind this.
What?
No?
What?
You...
What?
Invisible wall?
What?
And a staircase that continues, but you can't walk up it.
What? Oh. Did this one just complete itself? No, we did that. There we go.
Finally. Complete. Yeah, so that's about the overcoming death once more. Okay.
wanna
Oh,
read?
you want me to read it? Sure.
Yeah.
Tale of the Magical Valley. In the magical valley that is no more, sleeps a great ancient magic. It is said that among the lost magic there were arts that overcame death. Maybe the witch was trying to transfer her consciousness to something other than herself in order to escape from death. Was she experienced enough in magic to do that? I have made many mistakes, but I have a duty to see our mission through to the end. For that purpose, I shall overcome death once more. The witch wished to overcome death, to see her duty to its end. She believed that the key lay within the ancient magic of the Magic Valley.
Okay, Chain Guardians.
Leader's armor. Yeah, there's armor. Nope. Loyalty after death.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what? Leader. Yeah, there we go.
Maybe it's this. There we go.
The leader of the Grave Guardians wore the magic armor he forged as he faced his end. He did it to follow his master, who aimed to overcome death. The Grave Guardians served the witch. They intended to continue to serve her even after her death. Faded remains of a flag, a faint picture of a knight watching over a witch planting flowers can be discerned.
Blacksmith. So we need to find something about blacksmiths. Oh, there you go.
Oh, work on fairy stone. Nope. There we go.
Oh, magic armor. Okay. Complete.
The Grave Guardians wore... Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What did you just unlock?
A bunch of things.
Ooh, including a nice
Bomb rod.
new staff.
The Grave Guardians wore magic armor. Their magic armor was made in a special furnace using a special type of metal. A blacksmithing tool, unlike any of the modern ones. It is similar to blacksmithing tools used in alchemy, and allows the user to freely work on fairy stones. The magic furnace can process fairy stones. The special metal containing mana was possibly made by mixing fairy stones into it. A gold bar made in ancient times, it glows faintly due to the mana hidden within it.
That'd be an impressive piece to bring to the gold convention. Or the gold craft fair. Just have gold that's glowing. It's infused with magic.
Fairy stone and crystal blade.
Yes. Oh, is it done?
Yeah, or at least this one is.
Oh, okay, okay.
The dagger with the blade made of fairy stone. The fallen great knight held it carefully hidden until the end. The head guardian remained with the witch during her final days. After her death, he kept vigil in front of the mausoleum, guarding her sleep. A necklace shaped like the sun, with a small red jewel embedded in it. There's an engraving on the back that says, "May your long winter come to an end." Gift of the sun. There's a necklace shaped like the sun in the mausoleum where the witch sleeps. Maybe it was a gift from the leader of the guardians.
So if she was the frozen witch, then yeah. May your long winter come to an end. I think he loved her. But she was so dead set on fulfilling this mission, she had no time for love. Then he became an immortal suit of armor. Which is a shame because we just clobbered him. Wait. I didn't get to read it.
It took it away from us again.
Aging in death?
Okay. The witch had aged enough to need a walking staff. She must have headed up to the mausoleum because she sensed her death approaching. A long walking staff made from monster's bone. There is an engraving on the handle. To the kind witch of the catacombs, may be blessed with good health. According to the story, the witch was immortal. However, she received a walking staff as a gift. It should not be necessary to someone who was immortal. The witch met her end in front of the mausoleum. However, it was not a true end, but rather a beginning of a new journey.
Well, one way or another, we're dead.
Finally.
Fee! I can't help but wonder about that crystal we found in the ruins. Fee suddenly became so energetic after absorbing that light. That's true. Even now he seems more energetic. Mr. Tao, do you have any idea what might have happened?
Or why that might have been.
Yeah.
What that might have been.
Even if you ask me, I still don't know what Fee is. Seriously, just what are you?
Huh? Oh, whatever he is. I'm sure he's a good boy. Yeah, I think so too. Whatever else he is, he's our friend. Beep. Uh-oh. Coming! Calm down. What's the big hurry? Oh, no, not
It's
you
the Puni
again. Really? It's our Puni? A Puni? What are you doing here? Pee. Wait, are you the Puni from our secret hideout? How did you find me? How did you get across the lake? How did... Oh, actually, that's actually what she's about to say. I knew it, but how did you get all the way here? Oh, well, whatever. Now that you're here, I guess I'll have to take care of you.
Oh, you can feed it and it'll start to change. Yep, so we can feed it things and it will make stuff for us, right?
Yep.
Gain experience and level up.
Play nice with Puni. Okay, Fee? Fee!
Hello, I'm here to feed you trash. Oh boy. How much can I feed it?
What do you want to feed it? Wow, the metal gave it a lot of luster.
Oh, it's gone. I fed it water.
What did...
It'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Core crystal modification. Aye, boy. Okay, one way or another, most important thing for me to get is this.
The new rod.
Because, yeah, we want to...
Buff up your main weapon.
Yep. So I'm not actually sure if the bomb rod is a staff or if it's a separate thing.
Or is this an explosive?
Yeah.
It could be an explosive.
I think it actually is, kind of.
It might just be something you use to break up large rocks.
Maybe. Frustratingly, I'm not seeing anything that increases my gathering skills with the axe. The axe and the scythe. They don't get any bonuses. Maybe I have to combine them in some way. I don't know.
Well, there's the recipe for the bomb rod.
Yeah, but we need... fossil tree.
Oh.
Oh, but I know where to get that.
Where?
Okay.
Oh, was that in the old world?
Yeah.
Thank goodness we have the old world. How would other people be able to get that stuff?
I think if you just play long enough, it's not so bad.
Well, right, but would you have had to have progressed the story so much?
Yeah. Which obviously makes it a bit harder. Okay, there's a couple of places where this can be. We're just gonna look around a bit. I think we can feasibly fight these guys now. Time to find out!
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a...
You're
we're
seeing
doing damage.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this is cakewalk now.
The eagles.
Obviously, still need more materials to really... I probably should have just let Patty kill it. That's fine. Let's see. We're still gonna need other stuff to really rock this area, but at least we can be here now. Okay. I think this is what I'm looking for. Is this? No.
It's not a fossilized tree.
But we do need tough logs for things. Oh, there's 2 different wyverns. I thought there was 2 Mackhawks stacked on top of each other, and I'm like, that looks kind of spooky. But the answer is no. So what would your ideal isekai situation be? Not the grabbage one where you're just like, oh shit, I have to use my, like, vague knowledge of how the real world works. Or not real world, how, like, tech works to survive. And where would you be? Would you want to be, like, the kind of standard main character, go off fight the Dragon King Demon Lord? And what would your gimmick be?
So, you know how I'm not especially partial to combat typically. I think I would definitely want to be a magic user of some sort. And I would also like to have it that you're not necessarily fighting something so much as if you want to help others, maybe you see, you know how in many stories there's the corruption that overtakes the land. I would like to see the aftermath of rebuilding and making a better world after the great evils have been dealt with. I mean, I suppose it would be cool to take part in defeating the great evil, but it also depends on what that great evil is. Because if the great evil, if the last couple of years have taught us anything, if the great evil is a bunch of just really misguided people with terrible ideologies, what can you do to convince them? Do you know what I mean?
Force and...
Well, that's the thing.
Shutting them down?
In fantasy stories, force means killing your opponents. Which, you know, I don't think is right, obviously. Then again, I suppose heroes or the good guys are usually on the defensive until they find some kind of weakness to exploit. And then they go on the offensive. Haven't you noticed that?
Yeah.
It also, as I said before, it depends on the manner of villain. I suppose you wouldn't have to necessarily grapple with any kind of consciousness or conscious decisions or conscientious. You know what I mean.
You wouldn't have to worry about ethics if it's goblins.
It depends on how intelligent and what kind of society the goblins have. No, I'm talking about if you are fighting the swarm. You know, the traditional, the swarms or the zombies. Things that are so inhuman and so far from being humanoid, and their only desire is to feed and eat and destroy. There's no second thoughts. There's no need to grapple with any kind of morality when you're facing something like that.
Yeah.
And I suppose sometimes people can spin a sob story of, oh, the insects are only trying to defend their homeland. But usually they leave people alone so long as they stay out of it, right? But if they are actively trying to spread and devour the world, it's a completely different story. You know? So if you have the encroaching darkness or the evil taint or the zombie affliction, it's definitely different than facing enemies that have their own ideology or a way of running the world that's counter to
Still
what
kind
you
of
believe
depends
in.
on what their ideology is. Because, like, there are some people that you just can't negotiate with.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, let's go with the obvious one, like Nazis. Super easy to just kind of justify defeating, destroying, demolishing them. Doesn't really matter. Because ultimately their goals and motivations are so monstrous that, like...
And there are a number of people that will say that they were indoctrinated and brought in. And you'd have to judge for yourself, or, you know, how many of them actually took glee in or actively participated and truly wanted it, or were some people doing it to fit in to...
There's also just kind of the question of, like, just do it... I hate the just following orders, because they're absolutely, like... There are things that, like, no amount of order should ever justify.
I mean, I was just reading articles about women having to help chain up other women for guards to torture. So...
Yeah. But there's a difference between coercion and just following orders.
No,
you know,
well, that's true.
If somebody came up to you now and just said, "Hey, we need some ladies to chain up other ladies for a while," you'd be like, "What the hell, no!" And then they'd be like, "All right, we'll go find somebody else."
The thing is,
or they just chain you up.
Well, that's the thing. For many of these women, this is particularly talking about the Uyghurs.
Yeah. But conversely, like the Nazis.
Wander, I think we're getting a little too
real world.
Too real world into this.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is that there are things that people will do if they feel that their own lives are threatened.
Yeah, but at least for like Nazi Germany, they're like the people were generally into it. Well, okay, that sounds weird, but it's like the popular.
But how many people adopted it out of concern that they would be the next target? Is my question.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I have an issue with when it comes to, say, fighting against an evil empire, or, you know, some kind of demon lord that has recruited a bunch of lesser fantasy races for their own ends, like, how many of them are doing so out of true belief and duty, or how many of them resorted to following them because they themselves had felt slighted? Like, for instance, you were just talking about that Isekai with the Dark Elves, and how, yeah, the Dark Elves sided with the evil demon king of the forest because the High Elves and everyone else were so mean to them.
I don't think we saw... I hadn't seen High Elves yet, but they were...
Well, you said
they
that
were crappy humans.
Okay, so humans.
It seemed like they were mostly, like, religious fanatics. But yeah. And even, like, one of the contexts for the evil society in the forest is that, like, when the humans came along to, quote-unquote, put them down, the evil kingdom was just like, yo, don't actually bother us. Like, we'll leave you alone. We don't actually care. We're just, you know...
But what really made them evil? Was it just because they had fruit trees?
Meat trees, and I think they... I guess the easy way of describing it would be like...
Well, what if they used blood sacrifice magic? And then...
It kind of depends who they're blood sacrificing.
What?
Well, think of it this way. There have definitely been stories where you have vampires that, you know, exist as part of society, and people just kind of tolerate it because... people just kind of tolerate it because the vampires aren't necessarily, you know, predatory, and this way the vampires get to live.
I suppose it depends on how, humanely that blood is acquired. But then there are some people that will say the use of any blood magic is abhorrent, and regardless of whether or not the blood was acquired with the consent of the donator, or whoever contributed the blood.
Oh no.
You know, then, I don't know. Then I suppose they'd feel justified in encroaching on the forest.
Oh no. Not quite ready to fight Landshark.
But no, I was always disappointed that stories always focused very heavily on the fight and the big battle and facing the big bad. And you would see a world torn asunder and change in such a way that you wonder, how would these people recover? What will the new world that they fought so hard to create become? Would we ever see it? And the problem is you never see that aftermath, typically. Unless you have the sequel, at which point the sequel says, 30 years ago, the great heroes vanquished the vile lord and brought peace back to the lands of Eternia. And then they would say something along the lines of, something has been unbeknownst to all, the evil stirs, descent brews once more, and then everything's thrust into chaos again. And you just had a taste of what that new world would be.
You're still stuck on Star Wars, I see.
Hey. I mean, that's the thing. I suppose for a lot of people, stories always revolve around conflict. But conflict doesn't always have to be a struggle against an evil or opposing force. It can just be overcoming another obstacle that doesn't necessarily involve aggression towards something or someone else. But, that's another topic. But in any case...
It would be interesting to have, like, a fantasy story told from the perspective of people not in the war.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if Star Wars Episode 1 had been told purely from the perspective of people that weren't there.
Well, let's go say Jax from Jax's Diner.
Yeah, and so you have people kind of coming in.
Or was his name Dexter? I think it's Dexter. I think his name is Dexter, but I always think of Jack and Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Throws you off.
Let me look this up. Now I'm curious.
Oh.
Yeah, it is Dexter. Jetster.
I know why why I'm not getting good resources with my axe.
Yep. What?
I need to actually make a better axe. I'm a dingle hop.
But yeah, could you imagine what Dexter's perspective of the prequel series would have been? The most eventful thing that would have potentially happened to him wouldn't even be Obi-Wan asking him about that dart from Jango Fett.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they'd be watching the news, or their equivalent of the news.
I mean, he was probably on Coruscant when
the orders went through, yeah. But to other people, it was an attempted assassination by the Jedi Council against Palpatine, and Palpatine wiping out the Jedi.
But like he would have been on Coruscant at the beginning of Episode 3, and then obviously
depending on how long he lives, yeah, he could have been there later. Obviously, Coruscant wasn't really mentioned in the original trilogy, but I could imagine it would still be the capital.
Yeah. I think they... Well, no. Didn't they switch it?
Coruscant as a name wasn't even established until some novels later on. I think it may have even been... I don't know if it was necessarily
Oh, you're
Zahn's
talking
creation.
original series.
I was talking original.
I was thinking...
Not sequel.
The Heresy.
No, they They didn't even mention Coruscant.
They blew up. Oh, you mean
they blew up an entire system that happened to be the new seat of the Republic, but wasn't Coruscant.
Yeah, that was super weird.
It was
just like, oh no, they blew it up, and it's like,
no, that's
what?
No,
where? Who?
No. That's the problem. There weren't enough references to like. It's nice to add new things, but you have to make a cohesive universe. You have to have callbacks to established lore and locales and places and things. But in any case, yeah. So I don't know. I would like to see the building of a new and better world
Within one of these stories?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a time of discovery.
I mean, isn't that the High Republic?
I don't know. No, they're fighting. They're fighting other people.
Okay.
There's always fighting. It's Star Wars after all.
It's true.
Why are you bringing that up? Talk about literally any other series. What would be a series in which there's a time of peace? I don't know. I would say, oddly enough, the game that we're playing right now is an example.
Yeah.
As far as we know, there's no looming war, though. Wasn't there that kingdom that was doing some mining or excavations? Maybe they're going to revive the giant megabot.
I bet it just pops up anyway.
Yes, but they're...
Oh, you mean from the big mining project?
Yes, the mining project. I think... See, wait, didn't I predict this the last time or another time? It was back when we were recording another time. But I bet that this mining project is going to unearth the giant monster bot, and it's going to be brought back to life. And maybe... I don't know if anyone will necessarily try to control it, but it will still be a giant super weapon that Fee is going to have to thwart once again. But I really hope it's not one of those situations where, in order to fight the giant megabot, Fee doesn't have to...
Sacrifice itself?
Well, I predict it won't sacrifice itself. It might expend so much energy that he becomes a egg again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's why they're saying, wait, why was he born again? How could that be him? It's because when you unleash the full extent of your magic onto a giant monster, you have to sleep for an extended period of time. Which happens to be couple 100 years or whenever you're needed again. Maybe when you're tired of being what would the term be? There has to be I suppose nestled betwixt the buttocks of Boss Marit's dad. You were the one alluding to the fact that he was sitting on the egg.
I was thinking of Patty's dad, and I got concerned.
No. Maurice.
It's like, yeah.
No, Patty's family is the, what, Adelheims?
Oh, let's see. Items. Here we go. That's a dang good axe. Okay. So I gotta make a new grass sickle and bug net, because I was wondering for the longest time, when looking at this skill tree, why is there nothing for the axe, the bomb rod, or the bug net?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no staff rank up, or there's no axe rank up. It's because I have to make the dumb thing, and I'm just sitting around just being like, why don't I get axe upgrade? What am I doing wrong? Duh.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a goof. Anyway. I'm here to make the absolute best tools let's see, this is fire-based. Oh, do the trick. Oh, boy. Looks like I need to make some more polishing powder. Oh! Fossil tree.
You do have fossil trees.
Yeah. Or we must have just got them. Okay, what's the one that... Ah, there we go. No, I'll be fine. Getting tired?
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of how... of the whole Isekai character thing. And I'm just thinking of Alarin just always insisting on talking with absolutely everyone and everything. There are definitely those protagonists in various series. It's kind of funny when it backfires on them because they go, oh, well, looks like you don't want to talk. Well, too bad. Eat my laser sword. But nah. I suppose I'm tired of fighting as a mechanic. Because I don't want to beat sheep over the head. I'd much rather have a weird mini game where you have to lure the sheep over and then trim its fluff off.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm just... I wish there were more games with animal taming and... what was that game that was canceled that everyone really wanted with the dragons? Where you had a dragon partner. And it was canceled.
What, the Microsoft one?
Was it Microsoft?
It was Platinum Games was making like a dragon action RPG kind of thing.
Yeah, but you could specifically tame and train a dragon that would enhance your own fighting abilities and then obviously you fly around with them as your mount. But it didn't have something of fire in its title, did it? No.
Don't remember.
It looked like a cool game. There's just always something appealing about the dragon rider kind of story.
We should...
Because there's that aspect of befriending an ancient wise creature. And maybe your magic is tied to them. Maybe the strength of your bond is what determines your magic. I mean, it's been reiterated numerous times, but I always dislike the fact that in so many things, it's slaying the monsters that the protagonists are trying to do. When it'd be nice if you acquired an understanding or respect for creatures, especially natural creatures. I suppose there's always the diseased or zombified, horrifying creatures of the night that you can't reason with and can't coexist with people peacefully. But for the other ones, though, yeah, it also reminds me of things like Digimon back in the day. Though I always felt bad that the children were useless and just standing off to the side.
Yeah.
And I hate that with Pokemon, too.
Season 4 of Digimon was visionary in a weird way.
I really liked it, actually. I don't remember much of it.
The plot was a little wonky.
Yeah.
But the idea of the kids turning into Digimon was kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like it was the first Digimon game that really went back to that, like,
well,
man, the
television
digital
series.
world is just weird, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, they were traveling around on a train, right?
Yeah, well,
It was
for a
talking
portion
train,
of
right?
it. Once the world got destroyed. Deleted? I don't know. Like I said, very much, man, the digital world is weird, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
I'm looking forward to that game that you kickstarted where you actually are the creature.
I hope it turns out to be good. I'm a little jaded when it comes to these things.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of games that get really, really hyped that look like they're going to be the perfect game, I'm always like, it's not going to be, and I'm going to be sad. If that makes sense. It's... Oh, 2-star axe. Okay, so I can at least get some more resources of some variety. I just have to find some trees to chop down. Why are there no trees here?
I suppose you have to find ones that are smaller.
This is
Unless that stump is viable?
dumb?
Maybe not.
Nah. I guess I can check these crystals real quick. That was satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Just the string of clack, 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 clack.
Yeah. Getting tired? Or are you just getting bored with me wandering around?
Have you tried fishing?
I fished a little bit earlier.
I didn't even see.
Yeah, you were too distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Fish. Oh.
Oh,
Use
is
a
this
source
going to
of
be crab?
Yep.
Crab? 3 crabs all in one line?
They're hungry crabs. They just are like, line!
They
and
just
then
grab
pile
onto it.
on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, crabs are kind of like that.
They do pinch things and just hold on.
Yeah, crabs absolutely can and will just be like, go nuts for... they'll just go nuts for something if you put it in their claws, and they just will not let go. No matter what.
Yep.
Okay.
One of my cousins had hermit crabs, and they were shy. Or pinching. At which point I go, why would you have these as pets? Yes? Come in.
Hello, Ryza. I hope everything is going well.
Empel, Lila. Yeah, things are going good so far.
I'm glad to hear that. And how about...
Fee?
Fee, come here, please.
Fee!
Is something wrong with Fee?
Has it pooped at all? It's looking mighty backed up.
Could you tell me everything you know about him? Oh, sure, let's see. An egg like a shining stone, huh? Did anything happen before it hatched? Not that I... Oh, wait! We were in some ruins with this huge painting on the wall.
Painting? What kind of painting?
It was like some shining thing gathering together. And while I was looking at it, the stone egg started to glow, which it had never done before in front of me. Lila? Lila.
Oh, sorry.
Lila, you're starting to scare Ryza.
I apologize. Something just occurred to me.
Really? Then do you know something about Fee?
No, not at all. This is my first time seeing anything like him. But I may know something about the egg that spawned him. I believe I've seen something similar once before. Do you happen to still have the shell?
No, sorry. I didn't see any reason to keep it, so... What? Ryza?
Ryza! You absolute pack rat! You have thousands of buckets of water in your storage for no goddamn reason. You threw away.
You collect bits and parts of
exactly
of all sorts of animals. Why would you throw?
It would make so much more sense if she turned it into like
I mean, I would keep around eggshell bits for cool jewelry or
yeah,
something.
like it would have been really cool if she alchemized it into a replacement for the star.
Have a little eggshell necklace for him. That'd be really cute. No.
So I threw it away.
I suppose that's understandable.
That's okay. For now, I'm just glad that I could learn more about Phi.
Or Fee. Sorry. Now I said Phi, like you had before.
Phi, Fo.
Fee.
Prozongas.
Oh gosh.
I did not miss those.
Sorry for bothering you. Goodbye.
Well, I guess that's it. I should probably go too.
Oh, what was that all about? What do they think they know about Fee that I don't? Fee! Oh, what exactly are you, Fee? Fee? Fee! That's true. You're you, and as long as you're okay, that's all that matters.
Where am I even supposed to go next?
I mean, we still haven't completed boss's medicinal support thing.
I guess we just keep talking to people. We gotta get fish oil for boss.
Let's...
Alright.
You have to... Wait, can you synthesize fish oil now that you've been able to catch fish? At all?
Let's give it some tonic. Well, alright. I don't think we have the recipe for fish oil. Unless it's something we find. But it's probably one of these many, many ingredients that I haven't unlocked yet.
I mean, it obviously has to use fish.
My assumption is it's actually... Huh.
Oh, there's natural oil.
Yeah, but no, it's not out of this. This is mixing oil, but... I don't know.
Can we buy it from somewhere? Do we have to keep fishing? Maybe you can just get fish oil off a fish.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's actually a skill tree thing that I have to go looking for, or just a recipe. Remember, I've been dedicating almost all of our skill points to very specific things.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, trying very hard to max out this bottom right corner, because I figured that would make everything else easier. Let's see. Well, let's learn how to make a cocktail leb.
A leb?
Okay.
Goddess cup.
This is probably... Let's pick up some of the cheap recipes that I've been lazing about.
Luft. Is it a balloon?
It's a wind magic attack. Or I guess lightning magic attack?
What's that on the far left? Bubble bullet. Oh, what's that with the 1200 with the potion on it?
This?
Rebuild. Oh,
yeah.
Those are the rebuilds.
Okay. Oh. Puni's back. Holy Puni, you came quick. It doesn't seem like feeding Puni higher quality anything does, like, helps. We're just gonna feed Puni whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, trash compactor. That's its name. Okay. Let's see. Deliver ancient bug.
The spirit isopod. Oh, it's
They
so cute.
really like these things.
For pets?
Yeah.
Imagine if a whole town just had little caterpillar nudibranch creatures as pets. Be like a... Oh, what would it be? Just have everyone have their pet show and tell, and it's just a mass of wriggling little worms. People can't even tell them apart.
It's really confusing when the semi-annual Nudibranch convention ends. Which one is mine? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter.
The thing is, actual nudibranchs come in thousands
They're pretty
of colors.
distinct, yeah.
But it might be difficult to tell the difference between two of the same specimen species.
Never.
What
Okay.
was that?
That's the guide.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis. No, this is a little too unconventional. It's an elegant design, but I don't think it's quite beautiful enough. What to do?
Is this for your goldsmithing contest? Still haven't decided exactly what you want to make, huh?
Yeah, I have a general idea, but I'm still trying to work out the details.
And this is your rough draft? Mind if I take a look?
Sure, if you want. Just keep in mind, it's nowhere close to finished.
Wow, there's so many different pieces.
Goldsmithing is all about combining intricate pieces and patterns. It's a must if you want to win.
But there's so much to it, and the pieces are so small. It looks like it'd be really difficult to make.
Yeah, I'm sure my eyes and fingers are going to be screaming at me by the time I'm done.
I'm sure, but still, it seems kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a massive challenge, but it really is. I get so much satisfaction from seeing an idea I came up with slowly take shape.
And in a way, knowing that it's going to be painful and challenging is more fulfilling in a way.
Yeah, I guess that's the nature of people, like us, who are driven to create.
Those who are driven to create. I don't want to necessarily say that the game is preaching, but...
It's got a little bit of that.
Uh-huh. There was the whole thing with choosing your own path and getting out from your parents' thumbs and then creating what you desire and facing challenge. Come on in. It's open.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, Rummy. Got some work for me?
No. Today I'm here to pass on a bit of praise. I could tell you were something special the moment I met you. But even I didn't realize just how amazing you really are.
Thank you, I guess, but what's with the sudden flattery?
All of my merchant friends want me to thank you for taking so many requests and saving their skins.
Oh, well, there's always tons of requests from merchants, right? I'm not the only one doing them.
Well, that's true. The pay is usually pretty good, so our requests are pretty popular with adventurers, too. But some of them do have a tendency to just flake out, so sending out requests is always a gamble. Some people give up halfway through,
and some just up and disappear completely. Well, they're out completing your quests. You'd be surprised how often things like that happen. You do realize that some of those people who just disappear, they could have just disappeared? Been slain or something terrible had befallen on them attempting to do... You know what I'm getting at? Like, what's the merchant complaining about? I suppose if they had already paid in advance or something, or were relying on the shipment coming in, but still. I see. I had no idea you had to deal with things like that. Yeah, the worst is when they do half the job, give up, and then don't even bother telling you. But you, on the other hand, follow through on every last request. Plus, we always know where to find you. Some of the merchants have even started calling you the goddess of merchants from Kurken Island. Oh, merchants sure are an interesting bunch. But I'm glad to hear that they seem to be happy with my performance. I'm sure the requests will keep flowing in, so I hope you're able to keep taking them on. Oh, and I suppose it goes without saying, but my requests take top priority. Yes? Yes?
Really? Huh. Is that because you upped your levels with the merchants?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a fun message.
A fun?
It's probably... Well, I don't know. It's fun. I absolutely adore it when I get an email for, like, a game I'm really looking forward to well in advance, being like, hey, you want to cover this?
Mm-hmm.
And I can just be like, yeah, just give me that sweet early access.
Barring any kind of embargoes and release dates and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Is it really just that? Weird. I'll have to look this up. I really want to increase the amount of stuff that I can just gather, and it is not working. But no, it was always a small point of stress, question mark. Boy. I don't think I can actually go any longer, but small point of stress just getting access to the games that I really want to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So for example,
can you go to the bedroom? I just want to see what's there.
Oh, over here?
Yeah, because the egg hatched on the desk. I suppose
How funny it would be if the eggshell was still there and we're just like, Ryza?
Ryza, you could have shown them the eggshell.
But anyway, just to finish my point before I stop, there are games that I truly am looking forward to. They're few and far between just because I can't allow myself to look forward to too much. But it is so nice when I get an email being like, hey, here's this game you're really looking forward to. Weeks in advance so you can, get it all scheduled up and you don't have to worry about us, surprising you with the code on launch day. I don't know. I'm excited.
Can't even sit in these.
I know, it's dumb. It's also very
tiny.
small. Holy shit.
That doesn't... Unless
it's
it
smaller
scales.
than the couch we're in. No, I think...
Does it scale properly if it's on this side?
I doubt it. Alright, Shell, can you go safe? I know you want to decorate, but let's do that next time.